They now said Tinubu should come to Niger State to come and commission tractors. Or more tractors. See achievements. Somebody ordered tractors. And therefore, the president of the country is commissioning tractors that will now produce food for the whole country. How great thy heart. How great thy heart. How great thy heart. A joke of a country. So, but at least to the typical Nigerians, at least they are doing something. There is something to show for it. Mayegun, of course, there is something to show for it. Okay. As long as it ends on Gabi, kind of end on Gabi, I'll be happy. I'll be happy for you. Okay. But when I see the sort of the mockery and the show off about all of this, and I know what the end goal is, sometimes I'm just going to sound like the bearer of bad news, because I am not somebody who lives on wishes. Here you get now. Like wishes, like why don't you just wish them well? It's not by wishes. I just gave you the factual evidence of the state of things in that place. So they show all of this. They are doing all of that to placate Tinubu. And the guy would do anything. It's not that he's kind of doing anything to change anybody's life in that place per se. Do you understand how feudalist system works? If you go to some of these northern states, they themselves, you will see them. They do construct roads to nowhere. Okay, you will see them. They could mount serious real blocks up here and there that really does nothing. But when it comes to investing in the real people, human capital sort of investment or development, no. They would rather give handouts to the majority of their citizens. And this is also a fact. It's a great thing. Every governor that shares a bag of rice, bag of food, Ramadan don't come now. You go to see all of them everywhere. They will be sponsoring free food, free this. That is governance. That is enough. I know some of them are watching me right now. They'll be like, is that not? Anyway, I'm not disputing it. Okay, I'm just saying that you would want something that actually make the real impact, reduce poverty, reduce unemployment, in real development. But that's not what you get. Year in, year out, rather than the poverty to abate, the northern Nigeria still hold more than 70% of the poverty basket of Nigeria. So if you want to come here and use your useless ignorance, your northern exposure to come and defend your criminal leaders, you won't be the first. Do you understand? But here is the fact. The criminals in northern Nigeria would love to show up like this. We all know where it all ended. It has never improved your poverty. It has never improved your unemployment. It has never improved your insecurity. Rather, it has contaminated the rest of the country. Now we are all dealing with terrorism. We are all dealing with food inflation. We're now all dealing with all of these, who are mostly spillover from that northern contraption of the entire contraption called Nigeria. So don't take it personally, okay? There's nothing to make you feel better or something feel bad in this. So it hasn't improved anything. It hasn't. I would love to see it. Here you get. And wishing will not make that happen. So it is like what Yoruba called I have seen it before. It is not bad belly. It is not act of not wishing Nigeria well. See, if not wishing Nigeria well is the problem, how about you where they wish Nigeria well? Your wish, they work. let's assume, say, because I am saying this truth to you, that means I don't wish Nigeria well. What about you? Should be you. Should be you they wish Nigeria well. What happened to your wish? Your wish, you know, they work. Your wish not strong enough to make Nigeria better. Olori Bruku. It's not about wishes. It is, you can't run away from facts. There is nothing you will be able to do successfully in the atmosphere of insecurity. Now, insecurity that is state-sponsored insecurity, state-sponsored terrorism, if it is still there flourishing, flourishing and growing. You see all of these pictures you are seeing here, I have seen them before. I actually really thought it was going to work for them. Yeah, I have seen them before. Goodluck Egbere Jonathan built 11,000 classrooms, blocks of classrooms across the Sharia North. And they were supposed to be the Sharia schools. Jonathan was taking their children off the streets. His own education policy was that those children who are Limajiri going to Madaras and all that, to go and study Kewu and all that, and then they ended up not being useful to anybody. They are useless to the society. They are now those that are being recruited for most of this terrorism. Some of them will manage go school self. Now pants that they wear bomb, but they go bomb another place. You see that? So Jonathan came and he brought this idea of the mixture of Islamic and Western education, and he built 11,000. Baba, Buhari came. All those classrooms are gone now. All of them overgrown with weed. They are not interested. Now, Nigeria went to take a 4 trillion naira loan. Under Buhari, they called it Anchor Borrowers Program. You think, say, we don't know? Anchor Borrowers Program. 80% of it was invested in the North. They barely see 5% of that money. All gone. All the farms. Then the World Bank came. World Bank, World Food Program, World Bank program, over 10 billion naira was also expended. Buhari told them they should put everything in northern Nigeria. But instead of that, to reduce anything that will later come around, today now we are battling with a Fulani terrorist in far away Ijebu. Waiting concern. Do you understand the distance between Ijebu and that place? So yeah, so it's not about wishes, okay? So if you think it's about wishing them good or bad, is what runs a country, I promise you, some people are tired that their wishes for Nigeria to work is enough for Nigeria to work. But you cannot pretend not to see that you cannot develop anything in the atmosphere of insecurity. And I do not praise actors, because your criminal politicians in Nigeria, they are actors. They have enough to spend on, to waste like this. And then they will tell you to wish them well. So tomorrow when you read the news that their terrorists have attacked this farm or that farm, destroyed this, destroyed that, then they will ask you to pray for them. Then what will happen to those terrorists? They will be pardoned. Is that not what they do? Let's go to that Niger quickly, where Kolu was the chief, whatever. Person we went there to inaugurate tractors and airports. So there's an airport in Niger State, Minna. So that guy, not only that Tinubu should come and commission tractors, so Tinubu's name was sort of placed on the airport. So the guy decided to repaint the airport, clean all the toilets, sweep all the floors, and then they put Tinubu names on it. Bola met Tinubu International Airport, Minna. All of this just to say sorry. Here. Okay, hang on. Let's hear from him at first what Tinubu was coming to do. I think that's where we should start here.
The assembly of the machines are ongoing. So far, so good. And we're sure that before Mr. President comes here, a very significant number of these tractors will have been fully assembled, and all the machines. You can see the pivot irrigation machine is already been put there for people to understand what it means. This is a 1,000 hectare land. We need to put in drip irrigation for greenhouses. This is going to be the biggest in Africa. You know, so that it is an airport city free zone. It's a special agro processing zone in the airport where you would have fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, fresh food living here to anywhere in Nigeria and abroad. And on this other flank of this, another 1,000, where you're going to have the dairy products, the meat and everything living here to the world. Is that, you know, Niger State sells weekly an average of 500,000 cattle, you know, to Nigeria, you know, and outside Nigeria. So we want to now redirect it in a way that you don't need to transport, you know, these cattle out of Niger State. You can take the meat that is frozen, and that is the way forward. And we are very ambitious to expand these 2,000 hectares of land around the airport to 10,000 hectares of land, because it's still a virgin land. You know, for the infrastructure and the drawing, the designs, these are our partners coming in. We are bringing about 140 kilometers length of water irrigation to this place from Shororo down. You know, and these are the people that are doing it. So these are people, they are partners, we are partnering. They are from outside this country, as you can see, and they are ready for the work. You know, we are bringing in 80 megawatt of power to this airport city project.
And coming here today to see the massive transformation that is ongoing at this place speaks volumes about the commitment of the administration in the states. You know, the place was completely moribund. But if you go around the airport, you see that it can compete with the best airports in Africa, you know, and that shows that the government...
I thought he was going to say in the world. Anyway, I have seen ambition, and I want them to. I want to see them to fruition. Okay, that is just somebody using an occasion to say what he's going to do or what he intends to achieve. They're going to build irrigation system. Irrigation system will provide water. In fact, he says something about ranching too. Those are lofty ideas, Abi, that you would love to see them happen. If truly, weekly, Niger State alone is supplying the rest of Nigeria with 500,000 cows, which is not true. Yeah, that one is not true. But again, he's a politician and he's sounding ambitious. Yeah. We're going to, for now, they have only graded 1,000 acres. You saw those tractors ahead. So if they build irrigation system, for example, that one will reduce what they usually blame, climate change that is causing, that's causing a drought or dryness in northern Nigeria, okay? So that will end it. Now, if Niger, which happen to be one of the biggest states, by the way, with landmass and all that, too. So if they have system that will actually, that what you saw at the airport there, now just demo, that's not irrigation. They just display that. They said they want to show their people how that work, which means they haven't really constructed the irrigation system. So they are waiting at pick up and they tell you now, let's start. Don't be saying Tinubu, they go there to do anything that is going to change or touch anybody's lives. So it is still we will idea. Or you can see tractors. You can see the land they have graded. Abi? That's to show you that they somehow, to some extent, they are beginning to have what they need. So they are going to build ranches. They do not want people moving cows. That is good. So yeah, if Niger State can have ranches that probably having them more than 10 million cows. Can they, anyway, 10 million cows. That will likely save other people down south. It will save a lot of farmers. So that means if we now see any cows crossing down to the, why am I even talking as if to say it's already happening? Anyways, if they do it. So then you're like, it should automatically reduce cows migration, because that one is still a problem. We know that usually it all started with cows until it turned to AK-47 and bikes. You dey hear me? So that's something that you'll be like, okay, if they do it, that would be great too. When they took money for that rice, the pyramid rice, 4 trillion naira, their target was that they were going to see more than 400 million tons of rice. This rice will flood Nigeria markets. And finally, all this importation of rice, smuggling of rice will become a thing of history. By the time the terrorists were done with Nigeria no see 100 billion from the 4-point-something trillion they spent. And that is true. That is fact. You can go and Google that and check it out. Now, so without security, you can plan, you can wish. So for now, we can say we wish with them. But here is what Kolu had to say when he got there today.
We are in Minna to commission the agricultural machinery to enhance the irrigation, to put confirmation and truth to agro-processing economic zone that is being approved, and to equally partner with you to banish hunger. That's all. You are doing the job. You are walking the talks. And it is necessary for me to support you. It is mandatory as Nigerians. When you read paper, some of us are confused whether to abuse the present or the past or make excuses for the future. Not in my dictionary. Take action now. Do your best. Re-engineer the finances of the country and stay out on the right path. Those who may be complaining now, we have to understand only the persevered and consistency can make a nation buoyant. The student loan program will commence. There will be unemployment benefit for our graduates. The Social Security program for the elderly and vulnerable will commence. We are fine-tuning all of that area. We are going to relieve people of hunger. And if all of you, I'm glad I'm facing Abdurrahman, have been paying the wages award pending the determination of new salary wages. Let all the subnationals start paying that. Let them. The wage award plus whatever they are taking now and the wage award will relieve the public. Please. I'm not giving an order. I'm appealing to you subnationals. Lagos, are you doing it? You are beating your chest? And get everybody to do it. It's a relief to the people. They get used to it. Then the mechanism is the fact that it will not be inflationary. If we announce a new wages in a few weeks or months, they've gotten used to the basic 30,000 plus the wage award. So it has dampening effect on the market. Please, get some nationals together.
Nuisance, Lele. Nuisance.
Oh, but seriously, my jaws are like aching. You know what I mean? And I don't even know if this is going to probably, look so stupid on your screen that, what is so funny? Because I used to warn people, I would tell people and say, please, I'm going to play Kolu now. Please don't take him serious. Do not try to get serious listening to him, thinking he's going to say something that you might want to look up. No. I used to warn people. So I was just laughing there that some of you are just there like, what is he saying? What's he talking about? He said, for those of you who didn't understand, let me try to explain to you. He was there to commission tractors, and they just put his name on a repainted airport. And according to him, he believes that they are working hard, okay, to relieve you. Oh, I wanted to remember that is a word. Perseverance, persevere, that you should persevere, and they shall relieve you of hunger soon. So to now make it better, is there now calling on the governors to do something called, apart from a minimum wage. So apart from the normal minimum wage, they should be giving you a wage. Wage affairs, is totally not there. He believes, then even in his word, it's like they should pay they should try and give workers extra money, and it's going to help the society. But they should be careful of inflation. They should just make sure that that money they will give to people is not going to cause inflation. Okay. Then he said, student loan is coming. They are bringing it. Graduate allowance, all of you. We be graduates, we no get anything. They will be giving you allowance. Graduate allowance is coming. What else is coming? Arubos, elderly allowance, all the elderly people. They are fine-tuning the thing now, fine-tuning. Very soon we will relieve you of your hunger. That is a call. And for Buhari, who probably felt relieved, or so probably still feels relieved that no be him una dey call again. And according to him, with what he has seen so far, that Kolu has done, in fact, he has done very, very well. Yes, a lot of you are complaining today. Things are hard, things are tough, expensive, this or that. But that Buhari in his life can still see somebody that is worse than him. he had to speak out. Here.
I thank you very much for coming. I very much appreciate it. And I thought Tinubu has done very well. But Nigeria is so complex, you know, that really there isn't much anybody can do. I think
there is absolutely nothing anybody can do. Nigeria is so complex, according to Buhari, that everything you are seeing right now, Tinubu has done well. Omo, you dey see person wey was pass you. Wetin you go talk? You will be like say, Omo, legend Tinubu you. In 10 months, you be legend, you. I still twirl you, I respect you. And everybody is just there, screaming and shouting. Hungry, even power, and all of that stuff. But Baba, you are still there. Nobody don't tear you down. I want to go. So, I mean, Buhari believes that Tinubu has done very well. Nigeria is a very complex place. People love to complain all the time. It's not as bad as things are, by the way. Nigerians are just people, just any small thing like this, complain. They cannot even just endure small thing. They will be crying and shouting. That is what Buhari said. Nigeria is a complex place. You will think say you are not doing something because people are saying you are not. It doesn't mean that you are not. You are doing great. They told me I didn't do anything, but I kept Nigeria naira at 700 naira to $1. Look at you in 10 months. It don't almost be 1,800 naira. They can't say you don't do anything. Baba, you do. They do well. You're doing fine. Giddy goni. Because if you are not, these people go down enter streets since 30. They'll go down pursue you. See, how many of you, they follow the development in Haiti? Right. The development in Haiti has snowballed into a serious breakdown of law and order. Their president ran away from the country. Yes. The country has been taken over by gangs, cannibals, or more people where they chop people. Have you seen that video where cannibals, they are eating people, they are eating corpses of people that are burning on the street, on the road? Haiti has collapsed, and there is no government there anymore until further notice. How that happened, though, and all of that, I'm not going to bore you with that. But it is just to give you the example of, say, whatever the structure of government their president was leading at the time, at the end of the day, when it got to a stage, the stronger forces took over and ended this reign. Abi? So if anybody says Kolu is this, is that, they are Nigerians now, so that they complain. If true, things are what they say they are, forget it. Some of us will not be here now. We'll be running away now. And that is what I got from that message of Buhari. So therefore, Tinubu is doing very, very well. And that is why in Minna, there is no single mention of all of those Nigerians kidnapped or those ones killed in Benue and other places. Tarabanko. He's not going to mention, since he won't say them, you can continue to make your own opinion on it or your own conclusion on it. To them, it won't change anything. It won't. And that is why the guy that raised the alarm that Nigeria, currently, Nigeria is implementing 2 budgets. There is one of them that they have almost 5 trillion naira added into it for projects that does not exist. And the guy was said to be lying. No, there's nothing like that. In fact, they are now calling for the guy's arrest. His own pals in the Senate are asking for his arrest, his probe, investigation, and all of that stuff. So the guy was like, No, I stand by what I said. Investigate me, do all you have to do, charge me to court. I have gone through this whole nonsense and I realized that 3.7 trillion naira projects were included there. We didn't approve that. But they have been assigned as the budget that Tinubu signed. But these projects and the areas they said they are going to construct them at do not exist. Listen.
And I also said, in the course of our perusing the budget, which Onanuga seems to have dwelt on, I say we have established beyond reasonable doubt about 25 trillion so far has nexus in the budget. That means there is money, and then there is project, and then there is location. Money, project, location. But we are yet to ascertain 3 trillion of that budget. We have established the 3 trillion in the budget. We have not established its location and the place. The intention of the northern senators as regards to the budgetary allocation was to meet the Senate President with our findings and subsequently meet President Bola Ahmed Tinubu with our findings. So if one is questioning our desire to relate with Bola Tinubu, how will I say that the findings of the Northern Senator Forum will go to the Senate President and then to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President and Commander-in-Chief? And you could see, I switched off all my handsets this morning. I don't want any Northern Senator to come here. If it is a cross I have to carry, I'll carry it. I'm not afraid of anything. Anything. I believe in one God, and I believe power is transient. I'm not scared of any issue like suspension. I've been out of the Senate for 8 years. And people had to force me back. It's not an issue. Some of our friends were removed by tribunals. They're living their lives. If because I say what I will say, if because I said what I said, then I'll be suspended. So please be it. It will be an honor. And for me to be suspended by whatever body. The interview I had with BBC was never an interview for Northern Senators Forum. It was an interview for myself. I don't want people to castigate them. I want people to castigate me as a leader. I want to make sure that I shield. I want to make sure whatever happens, let it happen to me. And that's why I said, please, shut my phones. I will address the press on this matter. And I also said, in the course of our perusing the budget, which Onanuga seems to have dwelt on, I say we have established beyond reasonable doubt about 25 trillion so far has nexus.
That's the guy. His name is Abdul Ningi. He said he stands by his own assertion, okay? Like I told you yesterday, somebody like myself is still looking forward to those discoveries so that we can actually put them in the diary here. All right? According to him, they sense an infraction, and he raised concern on that with the intention that himself and his fellow senators that are now tagged the Northern senators, They were going to meet with Akpabiole. Then they're going to meet with Tinubu to show what they have seen and all of that, so that makes you know that. But right inside the ass old rock, where Ezibida, Bayo, Onofunuga, long throat, is already accusing them of sabotaging the government of Tinubu. I am still gathering something on that. That's why I didn't bring you details on that tonight. But it is already out there. Where Onofunuga has been accusing these northerners of trying to sabotage Tinubu's government. Okay? That they are doing everything to make sure that the insecurity continues. They are doing everything to make sure that the economic saboteur and all that continue. Economic sabotage continues. Bayo has been accusing them same way. The old man spent his entire existence creating and manufacturing bigoted hatred rhetorics against the Igbos simply because of election. It started now. And I know it's just a matter of time before he will start putting names beside all those dog whistle. And people like Onofunuga, they are serving their master. They are like loyal dogs. All they need is bone. Give them that bone and they will be busy. They will bite anybody you want them to bite. They do not have any mind of their own, so to say, no matter how they are. Onofunuga has now recruited young men and women that are also going to help them in this propaganda adventure. But like I said, I have said this many times too. I will say it again. There are so many of you, the Ronukus, the Ronu Nazis, the Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbo Alimajiris. There are some of you who are so engrossed and somehow you are obsessed with the Igbos. And I told you, yes, they have made you gone mad, making you believe, okay, that as long as Tinubu want to survive politically, you, the sewage dweller, you must hate the Igbos till you die. I did tell you, you are wasting your energy on people who probably don't give a damn about you. Because they don't. Those ones will be your real ones. The ones that believe that you are actually slaves, who never really see you as equal anyway. I'm talking about your CPC, APC, Egbekegbe, the jihadists in your hand, the Sharia North. They are your real one. You better start learning how to begin to kind of man up and be bold enough, because some of them, if they say, "Bam," some of you will just run away. But if you are just like that, that coward dog, once you hear any Aruno Abi Abdullahi Abi something, Yusa Yunus and other stuff, once that one say, bam, you not go run away, you not know if you see anything. And you were humbled slaves. But let the name appear to be Chikeni Abi Uche, Abi Chinedu, the one that is very popular. Chinedu. Now so una go, they get hard on right there. And you begin to what? You begin to masturbate in public.